and then all along this edge here by the clamp, and then around on the back side, we'll be welding it back in here too when we take the hinge back off. Okay, Rob's gone in there and burned some wire, and we got a little bit more than a tack weld around the top, a little bit more than a tack weld around the bottom, and a tack weld plus maybe a little to weld this yoke piece onto the arm. And we're going to pull the whole hinge assembly off, including the plates that are going to bolt it onto the door now, and going to weld it up really nice. And then we're going to put it back on the car and cut loose the door and see if it works. Okay, all the welding is done. They welded this up, and it hasn't been painted yet. We want to leave it unpainted for the video because if it's all painted black, you can't see it as well. And it's all bolted back on there. Now we're going to cut the metal that's holding this door on and see if the door works. So hang on, we'll cut the metal and be back. Okay. There you go. She's open. I'm going to cut these little tabs off, one on the top, one on the bottom, and stick some body parts on there and see how it works.
A little more.
Okay, so we have the door open. It clears the body on the outside.
Yes.
We do have a little issue on the inside where the button. Whoa! Can you see this? I wonder.
I've got a static of it. What?
Could you hold the light, Rob?
Yeah.
Okay, this little button here that controls when the door comes open. It's adjustable. However, on this kit, they screwed that button in and then spot welded it on the back side. So we got to build this thing back out, because if you swing the door in to where it gets up against the button, then the door is touching the fender, and that's not a good thing, because that means that when you swing the door out, this is the pin that when you swing the door out, it keeps the door from going open until it has enough clearance. So that pin has to be moved out a little bit. It's not something we can't handle, but now you can see the inside of the door, and but we have to bring that pin out. Looks like about 3/8 of an inch, so that the door clears the bodywork when it opens. Okay, we're looking at this bump stop again. This bump stop right here is supposed to stick out far enough that when you open the door can't go up. The door is supposed to ride against the button, so that the door can't go up until it's a certain distance open. We need the door to open about 3/8 of an inch more than the end of this bump stop. You see this part of the hinge rubs against the bump stop as the door is being opened until it gets out past the end of the bump stop, and then it allows the door to go up. Right now, this surface is about 3/8 of an inch too far in towards the center of the car, and the door starts to open before we want it to open. Now, last time we had one of these hinge sets, this piece was adjustable. You could just unscrew it and adjust it to some degree. This one here is spot welded in on the back side, so we're probably going to end up having to build up a weld on the end of this, and then try to grind the weld smooth, make it look good. But we got to come out. We need about 3/8 of an inch more on top of this button, and like I said, the button's welded in. On the back side, they put a spot weld on it, and so there's no adjustment there. There's no thread sticking through the plate that we can use to adjust this out and put some washers behind it. Last time we installed a set of these doors, like I said, this piece wasn't welded in, it was just screwed in. So now Rob's going to open the door, and this is what happens with the bump stop, is that the door, the strut's not on the door now, so Rob's picking up the door, but the door would rub up against this bump stop till it gets to this point right here, and then the door would go up. Well, at this point, if the door is going up, it's too close to the bodywork. We want the door to come out further. That's why it's supposed to be adjustable. So the door will be, if Rob just opens the door, you see, keep opening, Rob. You see, it comes way out to here before it needs to go up. That's how much a pivot is in the hinge. It's got a little bit of adjustment on it, but this bump stop needs to come out more so that the door doesn't start to go up before we want it to go up, because then we worry about hitting bodywork. Other than that, it looks like we're pretty much done. We're going to take this hinge off and do some modification of this bump stop and paint the hinge and get ready to stick it back on first thing in the morning, and then go over and finish the other side. Rob and Chris have been working on the other side while we've been working on this side too. So the other side is just now getting the hinge fitted, and it's part way along, you know, halfway along already. So anyway, we'll be finishing this up in the morning with paint and everything, show you what it looks like, and then Dave gets put the body back on. Additionally, my engineering advisors have advised me that I should point this out. Once we get this nub here adjusted out to where we want it, then we're going to adjust the hinge with this Allen screw right here, so that the hinge only opens up towards me as far as clearing this nub, and then doesn't open any further than that, because we don't want the hinge to come out, the backside of the hinge down in this area, to come out and hit the inside of the fender. So it's a balance between having this pin out far enough that the door clears the body work in this area when it starts to go up, and not have it come out so far that it hits the body work down towards the bottom. That's what this adjustment screw here is for here. Oh, video. Well, so this is what the hinge looks like when it's done.
That's a bolt-on hinge.
Yeah, now it's a bolt-on hinge. Okay, we have the hinge put together. This is on the right-hand side of the car. Thought we'd show you this. It's put together the same as it was on the other side of the car. And go ahead and close her down and see how pretty it is. Okay. Anyway, that's about it. We're going to got to put the rest of the interior trim in on this side and put the bodywork back on this side, and then we'll show you a little bit of video of the thing outside with the doors operational and the owner of the car all happy and smiles and everything, and then we'll be done with this video. Okay, we're going to check out and see how the doors work on this chop top car, and Dave's going to take you for a little tour of the car.
Oh my, Santa put some hinges on my car.
Here we go.
Alrighty.